Good afternoon, folks. We're back again. I have successfully managed to, at very least, um, do two regular streams this week. So maybe things are back to normal. Who knows? I feel like jinxed it just in saying that. Um, Okie doke. Brief recap. So, before my long absence, we were playing Warlock of Firetop Mountain, the classic fighting fantasy adventure game book. We played for two sessions so far. First one was avoiding traps, monsters, uh, drunken goblins, etc. like that. Last time we were mainly stuck in a maze. Did not go terribly well, not gonna lie. So we're picking up from there. I'm actually going to use a map to help me a little bit on this one because otherwise you will just see me wandering aimlessly for 45 minutes, which is not terribly fun, let's be honest. So let's have a look at that. So the one flaw here is I don't know where I am. We have a map, we have a pin, which I will move around as we get through it, but I need to kind of figure out where I am, essentially. So let me just change the size of that map ever so slightly, just so it's not cutting over the text as much. There we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? There we go. Right. That's got to be a little bit better, I think. Right, let's have a look. So, I've got to try and get my bearings where I am. So I'm just going to wander a little bit until I can figure out kind of where I am in this maze. And I am trying to get to the top of the maze is the plan. So let me just go north. I'm just going to wander north a bit until I can try and find my bearings a little bit. Okay. You are standing outside a door at the north end of the north-south passage. So that, I think, could be... Let me see. This is the room where the Minotaur was. So I believe that I am maybe there. So I think I will try and navigate my way around. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to end up. So essentially, I need to kind of loop around some bits. So in theory, if I go south, I get to a crossroads. I mean, maybe that's not where I am. Maybe that's not where I am. The door with the Minotaur. I mean, that could be wrong. It was a north-south passageway that led to it. So I could be completely wrong here. That would really mess me up here. But let's assume I'm right for the minute. If I go west, end of the passage to the north ends in a dead end. So that looks like I am there. Which I could investigate it. There's potentially a route through to the bottom here, but it looks like a one-way secret passage. So I think if I... Right, assuming I'm right, let me figure out where I need to try and go. So if I went back the way I came, south, that would wind me through... I want to try and... I'm trying to look at this map. It looks like there's a secret door that would lead me to the west. So if I'm going to head back east, which is going to take me here. I'm going to go south. Let me read the description. You follow a long, narrow passageway, which goes south, then east, then south again until you find yourself at a crossroads. So that does seem to match the description of putting me there. You now stand at a crossroads. So if I go west, that would suggest that I end up here. Which... no. So if I miss something along the way... right. That doesn't help me at all, does it? Unless I... There is a secret passageway potentially that leads to something. So I'm going to go back to the crossroads. So if I go follow this south, I will do this windy, snaky bit below the pin. And we'll end up in the right sort of direction. So I'm going to go south. And hopefully You set off south along a cobble passageway. It swings west, then south, then west again, until you find yourself at a three-way junction. Right, that sounds very much like being here. Okay, that's good. So I need to go north. You set off and find yourself in the middle of a north-south passageway. There's a door to the western wall. Passage opposite the door is a passage going eastwards. To the north, you see a door some meters ahead. To the south, you see a junction. Okay, that tracks with the description of there. So if I go east, the passageway runs east for several meters, then runs north. You walk away northward. So that sounds like that puts me here. You may check for secret passageways. Oh, along the way. Would I expect to see some along the way? I don't think so. Or simply proceed northwards. Okay, I'm just going to proceed northwards. Okay, so now I'm at the crossroads where my pin is. So I think, if I'm doing this correctly, I want to go west. You travel westwards for several paces, and the passageway turns to the north. Some way up, you reach a junction. To the north, the passage ends shortly at a dead end. Right, so, in theory, there is a secret passageway in this dead end. Whereas, I think I don't need to do that. I could just go west. Because I discovered last time that if I search for secret passageways incorrectly, or if I fail to do it, then I will get ambushed by monsters. And it's just a matter of time before I die, so... Let's go west. You are in an east-west corridor with a T-junction at both ends. Go westwards. That puts me to here. It's weird that sometimes they describe you being stuck in the middle of the corridor and not taking you all the way to the next junction. I do not envy the person who had to try and put this map together, by the way. You're a three-way junction. You go north, east, or south. North. You walk up a long corridor, round a sharp hairpin, bend to the top, and finally along an east-west corridor, eastwards to a crossroads. So I think that's going to put me there. So now, I should, in theory, be able to go north and it gets me out of here. Maybe. The passageway runs northwards for some time. We'll continue along the passageway. Okay, right, so... I have made it out of that, and I'm possibly about to die. Okay. Okay, slightly stoned dragon. Let's have a look. The passageway bends to the west and begins to get quite narrow. You reach a small rocky arch, which you'll have to stoop to get through. On the other side of the arch, you pause and look around. You're in a large cavern, which disappears into distant blackness. The cavern is partially lit by natural light which streams in through a hole in the roof. You cannot see a way through. As you shine your lantern around the cavern, you hear a rumble. A dull glow flickers in the blackness. Suddenly, a jet of fire shoots from the depths of the cavern, narrowly missing you and singeing the mossy growths on the wall. You throw yourself on the ground and look up to see a large dragon stalking out of the darkness towards you. Smoke curls from its nostrils. Its scaly red skin glistens with an oily covering. The beast is some 15 meters long. How will you attack the creature? Okay, this... I don't know anything about a dragon, to my knowledge. Should I try bookmark it? Let's place a bookmark. This essentially lets me reload, essentially. I have to do this. Because it would be a shame for me to spend an entire stream going through the labyrinth, use the map to get me through said labyrinth, and then die within 10 minutes. Let's search my memory. Does the name Origo del Maggio? It does not. So I go fight the dragon. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die so badly here. Let's do this. You must fight. It's got 12 stamina, 10 skill. Okay, its skill is... It's the same as me, but I've got more stamina. So we'll see how badly this goes. Right. Am I the red dice? I can't remember. Okay. Okay, it hits me. And it hit me for 2 damage. Shall I try and use luck? To reduce the damage? Okay, that's good. Right, there we go. I hit it. Good, good, good. Right, oh, it's going to hit me. Okay, let's use luck again to reduce the damage. That is going to hit me just... Ooh. Oh no, bad luck on that one. I took 1 more damage. Oh crap, I didn't even realise that was a possibility. Okay, right, that's a hit. Okay. That's a hit again. It's going to hit me this time. Let's not chance it with luck. Let's just keep fighting. Oh, it's got me this time. I can't use any... I can't use provisions during the fight, so I just have to try and win this. And it's not going well. I am very badly hurt. Oh, good God. Okay. I'm going to have to try and luck this. Oh no, I'm taking even more damage. Oh God. Oh. It does appear you can cheat the dice. I wasn't quite sure this. We've seen this before. If I click the dice, it does look like it re-rolls them, but let's see if this works right. Keep fighting. Can I cheat the dice? Yeah, it seems to work. Okay. They just saves me having to reload. Yeah. So if I win this, I have not won this through my own skill or whatever. I have won this through a little bit of chicanery, I'm not going to lie. I would like to see the end of this. Okay. You are triumphant with some fudgerio rolls. We have technically bested the mighty monster, but cheated a bit. You have defeated the dragon, add 3 luck points. Save for a moment to investigate the cavern and find a passageway which continues west. I would like to use provisions, because I need to heal a lot. Right. How do we get rid of that again? Right, let's proceed. You leave the cavern, follow a long, narrow corridor. After several hundred meters, it ends in a large wooden door, which is slightly ajar. Carefully, you ease it open a little further, and poke your head around the side to see what is in the room. You see a small old man sitting at a table on his own, playing with a pack of cards. He looks quite a harmless old soul, grey-haired and bearded. He is seated. What will you do? Burst through the door, sword drawn to surprise the old man? Knock on the door and enter, greeting the old man courteously. Get down on all fours and try to creep into the wall. Let's quick save, now that we know that that's a thing. I mean, this guy could be a bad guy, but I think let's knock and enter courteously. The old man looks at you, accepts your greetings, bids you to sit down. You sit at the table and notice he is glaring at you. His pierced stare is becoming hypnotic, but you realise this and break eye contact. He opens his mouth to speak, and to your amazement, instead of an old man's voice, the whole room resonates with a powerful voice that seems to be coming from the walls themselves. You throw a glance back at the man and can see him changing before your very eyes. He is of imposing height. His tattered black eyes are fixed directly on yours. He has been expecting you. Do we think this is the Warlock? I think it is. The battle will call upon all your reserves of strength and cunning. Your adversary has disappeared and now stands at the far end of the room in front of a door with 2 locks. How will you approach him? Grip your sword firmly and advance towards him. Look through your pack for a weapon to use. Look around the room for another means of attack or defense. Right, let's quick save. Right, let's see if there's something else we can use. Should we test? Let's test our luck and see if there's something we can do to help ourselves. You're lucky, okay. You look frantically around the room, but can see nothing to aid you. Suddenly your eyes stop on the pack of cards he was fingering as you entered. And you remember the rumours and stories the villagers told you. The Warlock's power comes from his cards. The sorcerer sees your interest in him. You both rush to the table. Leave them alone, he screams, or you risk my fullest wrath. But you move backwards and set fire to one with your lantern. He cries out wildly and then begins to plead with you to leave them alone. One by one, you burn the cards, and as you do so, the Warlock diminishes in stature. As the last card goes up in flames, he stands facing you, a broken man. My book, he croaks. You try to unlock the door on the far side. You race across to him with your sword drawn and spring at him. You must fight. You must quick save. Right. Okay. Okay. So I've got better skill than him. Alright. I mean, that's good. I suspect if I fought him at full power, I would be very dead. Let's take that hit. Let's use luck. Right, okay. Oh, I need to turn the volume down this a little. It's a little loud, isn't it? Okay, right. I hit him again. Let's keep it going. Just about. Cool. That should be a hit again. Okay. Hits again. And one more hit and he's down. Hello, Diggs. BTW, by the way, how are you doing? Thank you very much for joining me. We are potentially near the end of a classic adventure game but Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Having spent an entire stream, more or less, wandering a labyrinth aimlessly, with the aid of a map, we've managed to make our way through this. So we're potentially victorious. If we finish this early, I will pull up something else for us to do for the end of this, but we'll see. You are triumphant! With the Warlock now defeated, you know your quest is almost over. You approach the door to his chambers, open it, and peer around. The door opens to reveal a small, dimly lit room. The walls are hung with ornate curtains laced in silver and gold. Silver flame burns in one corner, throwing light on a low table in the middle of the room. Its table is a large chest. You step up to investigate the chest. From all around, yet from nowhere, a mysterious sound fills the room. It sounds like the rumbling of thunderclouds preparing to make a storm. You approach the chest and see it is held shut by 3 locks. As you approach, the noise gets louder. Will you hack at the box with your sword to try to split it open, or search through your bag to see if you can find keys to fit? Now, I don't think I've got enough keys. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm in trouble here. Hey, Radiant Leaf, how are we doing? I think you wandered in to see me potentially double at the last hurdle of Warlock of Firetop Mountain. So we have faced a dragon, which with a bit of chicanery, we did defeat. We have fought the Warlock himself, and fortunately at the start of it was able to burn like his tarot cards, which are the source of his power. So the fight wasn't too bad, that one. I suspect we're not going to be able to open the treasure chest at the end here. I don't think I've got the keys. Would you say sleepy but all right? I'm all right. Yeah, I am also sleepy. It's just a bit uncomfortably warm here, so I haven't been sleeping well, especially. Is this one of these choose your own path games? Yeah, absolutely. So this is the first of the fighting fantasy books that was released in. It was either the early 80s or late 70s. So this was the first one of them. My brother owned this. And he even gave me a heads up when I said that I was going to be playing this on stream. So this is really hard. And he's not wrong, it is. But I think I'm in trouble about opening this chest. During your adventure, you will have come across various keys and should have collected some of these. 3 of them must be the correct combination to open the chest. Peering at the chest more closely, you notice the number 321 is inscribed faintly across the top. Have you come across any keys in your adventure? I mean, I have come across some keys. If I look at my adventure sheet, I have red key 111 and bronze key 999. Unfortunately, even if they were the correct ones, and they may well be, I don't know, I don't have 3 of them. So you do not possess the 3 keys you require. This is the end of your journey. You sit on the chest and weep as you realize you will have to explore the mountain once more in order to find the keys. Are you kidding me? I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, because in a you know, if this were a video game, just a video game straight up, you could probably double back and find some stuff, but because it doesn't really work doing that in an adventure game book, so note to self, should I ever choose to play this again, that let's jump onto just chatting. Should I choose to play this again, I have to make sure I've got 3 keys before going anywhere near that dragon chamber. Oh man, I mean, that was tough. That was really, really freaking tough. That it's just kind of merciless in the lack of hints on how to go through it, and the labyrinth element is like no, just not giving you any help at all on this, with things that seem very, very similar along the way. So that, I mean, that was fun, but that was really, really hard. So what I'm going to do, I think, if I can make stuff work correctly, because actually, let's see if we can close Warlock of Firetop Mountain. My laptop does appear to be wanting to mess up. It's not letting me quit for some reason. There we go. Let's see if I can find something else for the last 20 minutes or so. I did stumble across something the other day, which was a bit of nostalgia that I thought would be fun to play on stream. And given how ridiculously hard it is, that might be a good one for this. So I earmarked it the other day. Give me just a moment while I find my reading list where I chucked this the other day. So this was a game that I remember having on. Well, our first computer was an old Amstrad, so it could play an awful lot of kind of old Commodore 64 games. And I don't know where this was released from. It may be the case that it came like on the cover of a magazine or something like that. Let me just try and pull this up and see how this decides to work. If it decides to work, it may not. Hang on. So this is a game called Reargard, which is essentially a... Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to let me... It may not work full screen, or if it does, it will prevent me from leaving the screen, which would suck. So let me just do a bit of chicanery on this one to see if I can get this one to work. I'd rather not... let's see. Right, let's change me on to bottom left, and then I will full screen it. I will not be able to toggle out of this, so I may have to quickly bring up the chat on my phone. Rather, I mean, if I had more time, what I would do is I would... words failing me today. What I would do is I would make sure I'm only sharing part of the screen. But rather than doing that on the fly, so I'm going to change to bottom left, and I'm going to go full screen with this, and then I lose my ability to exit this window until I exit the game. So I've got chat on my phone, and we will do it this way. So this game is really, really hard. Like I said, I remember my dad showed me this, and I think he may have got it off the cover of a magazine. On like an old style floppy disk. Let's have a look. So we are just going to start playing Rearguard. Enter the name for your hero. Well, let us be Sir Dave. So, Rearguard by David Eastman, PSI. I'm not sure what PSI stands for. 1989. So I was 4 when this came out. So the same age my daughter is now. And there may well be people in the room who were not born when this game was made. So let's have a crack at this. Honestly, I remember this game being just insanely hard. So essentially, I've just got to wander around this maze, fight some things, get some treasure, sneak past some things, and I think I've got to get to, if memory serves, when I get to like the 7th level, I've got to encounter a snapdragon. But essentially, if you try and fight anything at the start, you will die horribly, horribly. That is how this works. So let me wander around and see what there is. Right, you find a closed chest on the floor. Will we open it or leave it? I mean, we've done nothing so far, so let's just open this. The chest is full of precious jewels. So I've got 500 treasure. Lucky me. A sleeping great bat lies in the shadows. Will you attack it or creep past? Given the fact that I am level 1, I am going to try and sneak past this. You creep past the giant bat. A sleeping pit serpent lies in the shadows. I'm going to try and creep past that as well. And I fail. So I either try and attack it or flee. And I'm probably going to die in the attempt. Watch this. The pit serpent bites you, inflicting 742 damage points, putting my total strength at minus 692. I am dead. Let's try this again. I remember this being ridiculous, just ridiculously hard. So, definitely creep past stuff. Okay, yeah, there we go. Thought something died already. It is. I remember it being hard, but right, let's flee the rock trolls. Right, he's just chasing me, this guy. I mean, I could just try and fight something. The problem is, it's going to kill me. Everything kills me. This is... I remember it being hard, but this is nuts. Right, you have freed the trap fairy. She waves her wand and gives you a new weapon. Can I save? Is there a way to save this? I mean, it seems unlikely. Sleeping sewer rat. Creep past. Right, let's flee it. Sleeping rock troll. Flee that. Okay, right. So somewhere there's a sewer rat that is wanting to eat me. Chest. An empty chest. Well, that sucks. Sleeping sewer rat. Flee it. Right, I just need to level up. How do I level up, do we think? Is it by defeating things? Precious jewels. A new weapon, a long sword. So in theory, maybe I stand a chance of fighting something. I mean, the way this has gone so far, it doesn't look likely to happen. Inside the chest is a vial full of strange liquid. Do we drink it or throw it away? I suspect this is going to be poison. So I'm going to throw the vial away. Sleeping rock troll, creep past it. Sleeping spider, run away from it. I'm going to have to fight something at some point. Surely, I mean, should I try and fight a spider? Let's try it. You stab the giant spider for 4 damage points. I defeated something! The giant spider drops dead at your feet. Will you search the corpse or leave it? I'm going to search it. I find little silver and a piece of food. Is food a thing in this? Since when is food a thing in this? I've got more armor. I mean, armor is fun. In theory, at some point, I will find a way out of this floor and up to the next floor. But where? There. Oh, well, okay. It's got to be one of these two at the bottom, hasn't it? Oh, no. It could be at the very, very bottom. All right. Where is the steps? There should be steps for me to get through it. Am I going to fight something? Have I missed this? Okay, I mean, let's fight some stuff. So, I mean, I've got some treasure. Treasure's good. But where are the steps? Because there should somewhere, I think, unless I'm forgetting this, there should be steps that lead up into the next part of the dungeon. There we go. I've fought something again and died horribly. Taken 742 damage points. The maths of this feel just bananas. It really does. Like, I cause 3 damage or 4 damage with my upgraded sword. But if they hit me, I just get massacred. I think, oh, here's the exit to the next level. I would like to save my character. I'm level 2. Does that mean I'm just going to encounter harder stuff? You feel invigorated, more strength. That's cool. A sleeping great orc. I'm going to flee the great orc. A foul ghoul. It's nostalgia. I remember this. You know, I remember the limited artwork is, yeah. I just remember that my brother and I mean, we could not win this. I think we maybe had done okay at it, but the fact is that if you just lose, or if you get hit by a monster, you just die. Inside the chest, you find 2 magic scrolls, become invisible, and unset trap. I mean, those sound fun. I'm still not going to fight anything if I can avoid it. More armor. We like armor. I mean, it would be fun to make a game like this, I think. Because in theory, all of it is relatively straightforward. It's you just need whatever logic for your combat. An evil dwarf. Yeah, you just need the logic for how the maths works for combat. You need randomization for what happens in each square, and if you encounter a monster. There's clearly a logic here that if I flee something, I can encounter it later on. But I don't think it would be too bad to code this, or something like it. Okay, so the question is, there's the exit. Exit the level. Save my character. Okay, I still have a dagger. I mean, so on floor 3, I have... Is my speed decreasing? Do I need food? Possibly. Okay. I really don't want to fight anything, because I will just get massacred. I mean, in theory, I have just had a save game, so I could try fighting something at some point. If I encounter something that sounds weenie and won't kill me. And we've got scrolls and stuff, so we could try a bit of that. What's the weeniest thing we think we could encounter? A green arrow shoots me in the face. Well, that sucks. Okay, I mean, we've made it to level 4 just by fluke here. I probably should put some music on for this. I'm not fighting a rock troll. I'm going to try and fight a great bat. I have just saved. Let's try it. Let's cast a spell on it. Let's slow it and then attack it. And then die. 742 hit points. Re-enter the dungeons. Right, how do I... Oh, it does restart me at level 4. Okay, that's cool. That's not quite the save system you expect. So let's try hitting something. There we go. More death. Oh, God. It's just... Now, I don't know on this emulator. I mean, presumably this Sleeping Fire Dragon. No. No, no. Presumably this is a faithful reconstruction because it won't be a reconstruction. It'll just be the original code. But it feels unbalanced. A Sleeping Balrog lies in the shadows. Pretty sure Trademark would have an issue with that. But it feels like the math has gone wrong in terms of the calculating how much damage you take. The combat feels just insanely broken. Because you can't take 2 hits. You just can't. You just die. Let me see. If I fight anything, it'll just kill me. David Eastman, you wrote quite a fun game, but it is just insanely hard. Because essentially, no matter what you get, you really just have to run away from stuff. I think, what did I defeat? A couple of rats on the first level? On a different run of this? I'm just not going to fight anything, because it'll kill me. What I want to do is... Should I try it? Oh! I killed something. Little silver and a piece of food. Well, there you go. I defeated something. I'm not going to try and fight anything else. I just want to take my short sword. Now I've got an upgrade. I'm going to die. There we go. Died fighting a sewer rat. I should maybe use the scrolls. Not fighting a Balrog. Not fighting a fire dragon. Giant spider. Yeah, that killed me as well. 741 damage. Vampire bat. No, I'm not fighting a vampire bat. Ridiculous. Death priest. Death priest. Not fighting a death priest either. Not fighting a Balrog. More armor. Lift curse and become invisible. I mean, that's... The death priest charges at me. I'm so weak and feeble. I mean, the fact is, even if I'm hurt, I mean, again, I don't know the logic. I don't know the mechanics that happens behind this. But the fact is, it doesn't matter if I'm on 60 strength or 35 strength from a getting hit perspective. If I get hit, I am dead. It's just that. Lift curse and throw fireball. I mean, that... Let's cast a spell at this guy. Let's throw a fireball. And he still bites me in the face. I take 739 damage, putting my total strength on minus 704. Jeez. Sleeping Balrog, let's just fight him. Why not? There we go. 741 damage. But what's the difference between fighting a rat and a Balrog? They'd still hit me. And cause... Let's exit this one. There we go. We've made up to level 5. Let's fight a rat. It kills me. 740 damage. Oh, God. It's just... It's got to be broken. I mean, it does just have to be broken. Let's... There we go. More death. More death. Power of ghouls. Chest is full of precious jewels. Let's fight this guy. Why not? 741 damage. Hey, dead again. Oh dear. Fight sleeping. Let's try and use a spell on the fire dragon. Let's slow the monster, and then I fight it, and I take 741 damage. Vampire bat. Cast a spell on that. Slow it. Fight it again. 742 damage. More damage than the. Oh man, this game is ridiculous. And the fact is, unless I get just, I don't know what I could do, because I'm pretty sure the game's broken. Because eventually I have to fight a snapdragon, and I'm never going to be able to fight it because I'm not going to have anything with which to fight it with. Because anything I encounter inevitably kills me. I mean, I've got a load of money. Oh, dearie me. Right. Do we think that the exits are always on the one side of the room? I think they have been, for the most part. Though I haven't been paying attention. More armor. Okay, so yeah, they seem to be in the corners. That's worth knowing. So I'm on level 6. I still have a crappy dagger, but I have some armor. Let's just fight something and die. There we go. 741 damage. I mean, maybe I should just try using spell scrolls on these guys. Slow him. Then he causes 740 damage. It's just got to be broken. I mean, in theory, I've got a banish monster scroll. So could I get to the Snapdragon and banish it and win the game? Level 7. I can't remember how many levels there are, but part of me wants to say that there's 7. In which case, I might encounter the Snapdragon. I might be able to banish it and could actually win this ridiculous game. The Mad Monk. Fire Dragon. Not a Snapdragon. Oh, I just drank poison, I think. Right. Well, we're on level 8. More armor. I got some stuff. So I just want to try and figure out if I can actually encounter the Snapdragon and banish it. More armor. Right. Exit this level. So I'm on level 9 now. I mean, surely it's got to be 10 levels, right? Either or it could be infinite levels, I guess. Do we think that the only way I can get weapons is by defeating stuff? Because that may have been the case. I may only have got improved weapons by fighting monsters, which means you're kind of gambling every time. I mean, if I encounter a rat or something, I may just have to fight it. So I'm on level 11. Okay, so where is this, the Snapdragon? Oh, my speed is -2. Well, that sucks. Fire Dragon. Vampire Bat. I need to see a weenie creature I can fight. I mean, it will still kill me. Level 12. There's nothing I can fight, is there? Right? I mean, because everything will kill me. Absolutely everything will kill me. Unquestionably. Well, maybe if I encounter a weenie monster. I did say that before, and then I just kept encountering like Balrogs and stuff. Foul Ghoul. Let's try. What can we cast on a Foul Ghoul? I mean, Blinding Flash. Do we think that is an undead stopping thing? Fireball. Fireball. Scratches me with Paralyzing Venom. -720. Son of a... Right. Let's cast a spell and Blinding Flash on the Balrog. And you stab it for 1 point. I hit it for 1 point. I stab it for 1 point. And then he stabs me for 742 damage and I die. It's just broken, isn't it? I mean... 737 damage. It's just bananas. I have to stop this in a sec, but I found this the other day and I thought, yeah, we've got to try it. I said I remember it being hard, but I don't remember it being so clearly broken. God. Right. Oh, dear. Let's fight one more thing and then call it. Falgal. Right, what are we going to cast on this guy? What are we going to cast? Throw a fireball. Let's try Blinding Flash. You stab him, you stab him, you stab him, and then he gets me for 731 damage. There we go. There we go. Oh my good God. Okay, that was very silly. Right, let's wrap this up. So thank you very much for joining me for this slightly chaotic lunch chat with Game Stream. I don't know what we'll play next. I think we'll return maybe to some board games. I think there are a few good indie games or good board game adaptations that I would like to try. So we'll probably do that for our next lunch chat with games stream. In general, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. We're slowly getting back into a regular routine on streams again. I will try and be more consistent without, unexpected absences due to holidays and then mass COVID. In terms of things you can do if you want to support me, if you've enjoyed this, please drop me a follow on here. My goal is to try and get to 100 followers on Twitch by my birthday on the 28th. I'm also trying to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube by that deadline as well. So if you'd like to see one of the things I spend a lot of my time doing, which is putting together Short Thoughts, which is a bite-sized interview show where I interview people in the gaming industry, that's tabletop role-playing games, wider video game industry as well. And I ask them 10 very silly questions, cut it down to about a 15-minute interview, and it's a lot of fun. There's 6 episodes out there. So have a look at the playlist, and if you enjoy it, please subscribe there as well. That would be just fantastic. If you'd like to support me as I do streams, record interviews, and write tabletop RPG content like Little But Fierce, I have a Ko-Fi. It's ko-fi.com/DCBradshawRPG, and you can support me for just £3 £3 a month. That would be awesome. That's about it, I think. And it looks to be a very quiet day in Twitchland. I cannot see anyone for the raiding, so I don't think we will be doing that today because I don't know who we would raid. So thank you so much for joining me today for this slightly ridiculous stream. Next stream will probably be regular lunch chat on Monday. Potentially I might do a gaming stream over the weekend, but I'm trying not to push it too much. I've gone from 3 weeks of no streaming into 2 streams this week so far, so we will see. Yeah, if you subscribe and follow me here, you get notified when I go live. Anywho, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Okay? Bye-bye.